Tired of tangled wires ruining the sleek look of your living room? A DIY media console with hidden cables is the perfect weekend project to declutter your entertainment space while adding a stylish, custom-built touch. Whether you're housing a smart TV, game console, or speakers, this setup keeps everything organized and out of sight. In this guide, we'll walk you through building a modern media unit that hides messy cords, adds storage, and fits your space perfectly. No electrician required. 1. Why a DIY media console is worth the effort. A DIY media console with hidden cables is more than just a furniture piece. It's a smart solution for the modern home. With the rise of flat-screen TVs, gaming consoles, Wi-Fi routers, soundbars, and streaming devices, our entertainment zones have become tangled nests of cords. Not only are these wires unsightly, but they can also be hazardous and difficult to manage. Building your own media console gives you full control over dimensions, design style, and the all-important wire management. Instead of buying expensive, mass-produced furniture that still shows cords, a custom DIY version offers functionality, personalization, and clean aesthetics. You can tailor it to fit your room's style, mid-century, industrial, rustic, or minimalist, and incorporate features like adjustable shelves, hidden compartments, and integrated power strips. Plus, doing it yourself ensures high-quality materials, a sense of accomplishment, and significant cost savings. It's an investment of time that pays off in both style and practicality. 2. Planning the design and layout. Before picking up any tools, take time to map out the ideal design for your DIY media console. Start by measuring the space where your console will sit. Note the width, height, and depth to ensure the unit will fit comfortably under your TV or against the wall. Also, measure the size of your devices, DVD players, sound systems, routers, etc. to plan for shelf spacing. Next, decide on the style. Do you want a wall-mounted floating unit or a freestanding one with legs? Sketch a rough diagram showing shelves, cable cutouts, and compartments. Consider airflow. Electronic devices need ventilation to prevent overheating. For aesthetics, plan where the cable holes and back panels will go so they remain hidden from the front view. Don't forget to include features like sliding doors, drawers, or perforated panels for better access. This initial planning phase ensures that you won't face surprises halfway through the build. 3. Gathering materials and tools. Once the design is finalized, create a detailed list of materials and tools you'll need. Common materials include plywood, or MDF, for the body, hardwood, for accents or trim, wood glue, screws, dowels, hinges, brackets, and finishing materials like paint or wood stain. You'll also need tools such as a circular saw, jigsaw, drill, sander, measuring tape, clamps, a level, and a square. For hiding cables, consider buying rubber grommets, zip ties, Velcro strips, and plastic cable raceways. If you're installing a built-in power strip inside the unit, get one with surge protection and right-angle plugs for tight spaces. Cable clips or adhesive-backed organizers can help keep wires routed cleanly behind the console. Make sure you have safety equipment like goggles and gloves. Buying high-quality materials will help your console last longer, while the right tools will ensure clean cuts and professional-looking finishes. 4. Cutting and building the frame. Now it's time to begin construction. Start by cutting your plywood or MDF panels according to your measurements and layout. The base, sides, top, and internal shelves should be carefully cut and labeled to avoid confusion during assembly. Use a circular saw with a guide rail for straight lines. Once all pieces are ready, dry fit the frame together to check alignment. Secure the main structure using wood glue and screws, or pocket holes for stronger joints. Use clamps while the glue sets. Always check that the surfaces are level and square using a carpenter's square. If you're building a floating unit, reinforce the back panel and plan for strong wall anchors. For freestanding units, install the legs last. Make sure there's enough clearance at the bottom for airflow or robot vacuums. Once assembled, the raw frame is ready for sanding and detailing before moving on to cable management features. 5. Creating hidden cable pathways. Cable management is what sets this console apart. To keep wires hidden, Drill access holes at the back of each shelf and compartment using a hole saw. These should be large enough to allow power cables, HDMI cords, and speaker wires through, but small enough to remain hidden from front view. For a cleaner look, install rubber grommets in the holes to prevent fraying. Run all power cables through the back channel and into a concealed surge protector, mounted inside or on the rear panel. Use adhesive cable clips or zip ties to route cords neatly along the interior structure. You can also install cable raceways or hollow tubing along the back wall to hide any wires that must travel outside the console. To make future maintenance easier, leave extra slack in wires and avoid permanent adhesive where you may need flexibility. This setup keeps all wires out of sight but easily accessible. 6. Finishing touches and custom features. After your media console is structurally complete and cable ready, it's time to focus on aesthetics. Begin by sanding all surfaces to remove rough edges and prep the wood for finishing. Apply a wood stain for a warm, classic look, or choose bold paint colors for a more modern vibe. Consider adding custom touches like brass handles, minimalist knobs, or leather pulls for drawer fronts. For open shelves, add soft close drawer slides or cabinet hinges to reduce noise and wear. You can even attach an LED light strip under the top panel or behind the unit for ambient backlighting. Just make sure the cords feed into your cable system. Add decorative panels or slats to the doors for ventilation while maintaining a sleek look. If you're especially crafty, you could even incorporate a hidden compartment or sliding panel for storing remotes and accessories. These final touches transform a simple box into a stylish centerpiece. 7. Installing the console and managing connections. With your media console complete, the next step is setting it up in your space and connecting your devices. Position the console carefully. If wall-mounted, use a stud finder and heavy-duty brackets to ensure it's securely attached. Once in place, start placing your electronics, feeding their cords through the back holes and into the concealed raceways or cable boxes. Plug everything into the internal surge protector, labeling each cord if necessary. Bundle cords with zip ties or Velcro wraps to avoid tangling. Use adhesive cable holders to route any leftover wires neatly along the underside or backside. If you have speaker wires or Ethernet cables, consider running them through wall conduits or baseboard raceways. Test all devices for proper connectivity and signal quality before closing any back panels. With everything hidden, you'll be amazed how clean and modern your entertainment setup looks, like it came straight out of a high-end furniture catalog. 8. Maintenance, upgrades, and long-term use. A well-built DIY media console can last for many years, but ongoing maintenance ensures it stays in top shape. Periodically check behind the unit for dust buildup around the wires and cable pathways. Use a vacuum or soft cloth to clean without disturbing the setup. Every few months, re-evaluate your cord layout, especially if you've added or removed devices, and update the cable management system as needed. If you've built modular compartments, you can easily swap in new hardware like updated routers, game consoles, or smart hubs without having to rebuild the unit. For future upgrades, consider incorporating smart home tech like hidden wireless charging pads, integrated speakers, or even a fold-down workspace inside the unit. As media technology evolves, having a DIY console means you can modify and adapt it without limitations. If you find this content helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below. We love to hear your thoughts.